like my game plan out here. Just want to like make sure I'm tight with it and solid on the greens, and see how low I can go.
Back was feeling much better today. I did some like self-massage and stuff, and it's feeling much better. I can still feel it, but I'm not having to like make myself throw it hard. I'm able to kind of just forget about it and throw a little bit more freely today.
I feel like I executed basically what I was trying to do, just didn't really wrap it up around the greens all the time.
I still felt like I left some strokes out there, so hopefully my hottest round is still yet to come.
Hello and welcome to round 3 of the 2024 Ledgestone Open presented by Grip Equipment. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb, and we're the two hot geeks.
Honk, it's moving day.
Moving day, same course, so we're not used to this. If you haven't watched Ledgestone before, usually we split between Sunset Hills and Northwoods Black or Gold, depending on the year. So it's strange to be here for a third time in a row.
Yep, it is definitely. And this won't be the last time for everyone that makes the cut today, as it is also cut day. The top 23 positions will be moving on. Today we're going to watch Holyn Handley 79% of the time hitting the fairway through the first 2 rounds, 72% circle 2 in regulation, making 89% of her circle 1X putts so far.
Following her is Lisa Fajkus. We saw her last round. She stayed on lead card with a 74% fairway hit, 64% landing in circle 2 in regulation, and a perfect C1X putting, 100%.
Dang. Hailey King just driving up the leaderboard, shooting the hot round yesterday of 8 down, I believe, 74% fairway hit, 67% of the time in circle 2, putting for birdie and making 78% of the circle 1X putts.
Eliezra Midtlyng also shooting 8 down, as did Holyn Handley. That was the hot round of the day. She's landing in the fairway 76% of the time, 72% C2 in regulation, and 71% C1X putting. We got to see her on feature card. It's cool to see her back.
Yep, we saw 2 hot rounds from Hailey and Eliezra. Let's see what happens today. We are back here on hole 1, another par, or the first par 4 of the day. Starting out with a little bit of an easier tee shot. There's a nice wide open fairway. There's OB on the left side at the tree line. The second shot, though, is a little bit tricky. You've got to come in kind of soft. You can see the OB water just to the left and deep of the basket. This is one that everyone in the field can reach with ease. It's just about coming in with a little bit of finesse. We're going to watch Own with our first chase card check-in.
Own currently in a large tie for third. She's 9 down. I think it was a 5 or 6-way tie. 6-way tie for third at 9 down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not a ton of scoring separation on this course. Even distance doesn't necessarily give you a huge advantage out here. Everyone's kind of on a level playing field. There's only a few holes that cater to the distance throwers. Own coming in way short on this one. She's going to have some work to do from that tree line.
Definitely more about the mental pressure out here.
For sure.
Own with a window.
Come on.
So good.
Just right out the gate.
I was down there too. It's so obstructed.
And so uphill.
She knows it's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, with us here and those joining us on the Disc Golf Network, welcome back to Pekin, Illinois and beautiful Sunset Hills Golf Club. For Disc Golf Pro Tour's Elite Series in the 3rd round of Discraft's Ledgestone Open, presented by Grip Equipment. This is the 9:30 tee time. This is the lead card. And teeing off first, 2 rounds at Sunset Hills in 15 under par. She is your leader from Grapevine, Texas, Holyn Handley.
Holyn ahead of Lisa by 4 and ahead of that large tie for third by 6 strokes. So a little bit of a buffer going in.
And she sure has left some strokes out there. I think if anyone could shoot double digits out here, it is Holyn Handley.
Yeah, I mean, basically what you're saying is she's the biggest slacker out here.
Yeah.
Do more. That's a great first shot. Yeah, especially in round 1.
Texas, Lisa Fajkus.
Round 1, Holyn on the front 9, you could just see how many she was leaving out there. I mean, I can't believe no one's hit double digits yet, to be honest.
Today, the wind was absolutely dead calm pretty much all day. slight north breeze here and there, but in reality, I don't think I thought about it, but twice on the course.
Yeah, it was more the heat, the sunshine, the humidity. Good shot from Lisa to get things going.
From Charlotte, North Carolina, Hailey King.
Hailey shooting that other hot round yesterday. I believe it was 8 down.
Yeah, her, Holyn, and Eliezra.
And that was enough for
She
her to
jumped
just,
at 18.
yeah, 18 spots
Yeah.
at the leaderboard.
And from Oceanport, New Jersey, Eliezra Midtlyng.
Also shooting 8 down, also jumping 18 spots. It's weird to see that once, let alone 2 times.
We saw Ellie shoot great in round 1, but not quite make it to the lead card for round 2. This is a really, really safe shot, a little bit ripped over. She can still reach the basket from there. It's just really uphill and blind.
Yeah, it's the better mistake to make than going left, but you rarely see one pulled that far to the right.
Most players just aiming at these 2 advertisement flags and letting it hyzer in. Lisa getting some really good groundwork. She's still going to be up at the top of the hill in circle 2, putting pretty steeply down.
Yeah, look at this hill. Ellie having to shoot all the way up and over. Wow. Sit. Wow.
Absolutely perfect.
She's going to be so happy with that. It's funny because you get over the hill and then you're like, I don't know. A common compliment out there from FPO players to other women on their card is, that looked great, because you just don't know where it lands.
Yeah. There's a lot of blind shots on this course.
Mm-hmm. Holyn's been so far on this every day. This is probably the shortest she's been, actually. It's still just a standstill little hyzer approach, but a little bit more touch needed, and she has it.
Hailey able to throw a forehand. She's so far down, and really nice shot ending left without pushing that OB. She's able to take the safe shot into the green that she doesn't have to worry as much about rollaways.
Solid shot. Lisa just inside circle 2. Probably just a layup. Just so you all know, I did offer Hailey $20 if she makes an ace, so that's on the line. Holyn for birdie.
And what a great start for Holyn Handley.
And for Hailey as well.
Last time we saw Hailey King on a lead card, she kind of struggled a little bit with shorter putts. Her pacing looks nice, though, already today. A tap and birdie for Ellie, though. Doesn't have to worry about putting at all. 3 birdies on the lead card.
That's great.
There was 15 on the day, 33% of the field.
And
getting hole
everyone
one.
really attacking today. Really stressed about the birdies, trying to shoot hot. Ella Hansen off to a great start, 4 down through 5. Hole 2 is a pretty straightforward hole. It's a par 3, 313 feet. You're going to go around to the right of this tree as a right-handed player with just a simple hyzer, trying to land on top of the hill and get a little bit of a skip into the circle. Common mistakes are pushing too far straight or getting a flare skip towards that cart path that is OB. That also wraps around the back. You can find it if you're not careful, particularly on the putting green. This is one that if you don't have a putt, you're kicking yourself.
Holyn doing a great job putting it out wide and to the right. She has to worry about going a little bit deep here, but it's fine to make that mistake because you do get to be putting back up at the basket. Mistakes you want to avoid are going too wide right, like we see Hailey potentially doing here. Some nice carry, though. Or going...
Ooh,
oh,
deep.
I didn't know she could reach that.
She pumped it.
She sure did. If you come in early and on too much hyzer, you can also skip and go out of bounds to the left.
How far do you think that deep one is? Like, that's a pretty long putt Hailey's going to have to make.
Every bit of 400 feet.
Ellie, not really happy with that effort. It's on quite an angle, but it does manage to check up just outside the circle. Looks like Eliezra and Hailey did not get this one yesterday. Holyn and Lisa did.
Lisa's shot looking great, pushing straight for a while and just carrying left at the very end. She'll be putting from inside the circle.
This is one that you don't see a ton of people park it. You usually have to make a putt to get the birdie. This is quite the par save distance for Hailey uphill. A little bit of a tree in the way. Dang.
Yeah, only 4 competitors were able to find the bullseye off the tee.
Eliezra from circle's edge. Kind of air ball to the right. She'll have a bit of a comebacker.
We saw Ellie have a few issues on the putting green in round 1 towards the second half of the round. Maybe like a little mental fatigue, but...
Ooh, tricky little straddle from Lisa.
Yeah, we've seen her very comfortable in her stagger stance. Not a ton of straddles from her yet. That looked great.
Smooth. And Holyn, same as yesterday, a 2-for-2 start.
About 40% of the field getting this hole, 17 birdies out of 46 competitors. Unfortunate for Hailey to have to walk away with a bogey. That is a tough bogey to take.
Looking ahead, Ella having that hot start, 4 down through 5. Looks like this one is for an eagle. And as you can see from that triple dot down there, she aced hole 4.
One more chase card check-in with Stacy Ronsley on hole 4. Fortunately, the cameras weren't out there to catch Ella's ace.
But just imagine this is Ella Hansen. She throws it in. And now watch Stacey Ronsley do it. Very good.
What a shot in the bullseye.
Looks like that's to go 3 down through 4 for Stacy. In contention here for the podium or the win. I mean, it's crazy. There's so many birdies out there. It's moving day. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we had Stacy on our card yesterday, and she was shredding.
Yeah.
Just canning long putts, looking really confident off the tee. Ella Hansen, though, 6 down through 6.
With an ace and an eagle? What the
That's
heck?
one way to do it. Hole 3, downhill 384, but doesn't quite play that distance, even with the downhill nature. The low-hanging tree branch definitely takes some of that distance off of your shot because you have to kind of flex a shot down. There is a hyzer route as well that you have to push towards the OB, but you just can't really get as aggressive as you want to because of the bunker just short of the green. There's some more bunkers deep of the green as well. They're all hazard, and most of them come into play either on the putts or on the approaches. Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, that's looking great. Hard to get much closer than that. Just outside the circle, most likely, maybe inside.
We've seen Holyn a little disappointed with her shots the last couple of days. That was a really nice correction.
Lisa taking this hyzer line. She's done this pretty well the last couple days, getting to just outside the circle. That was close to the tree, but she's going to get away with it and actually skip very close. She's going to have a look.
People are finally breaking this hole.
I know. I literally, every time I see someone throw this, I'm like, that's it. That's the line. That's it. See? That's it.
I mean, they are all just getting within feet of this hazard.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
That is it. A circle 2 putt.
Hailey looks like she's lining up this gap as well. Wow. That's it.
Yeah. I feel dumb for going the other way.
I promise I'll stop saying it, but maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Who knows? Holyn up first, about 40 feet. Bunker right behind it, so she does have to be careful. That was a nice, safe run.
This played as the second most difficult hole of the day, just generally due to lack of birdies. Honestly, I think we are seeing 4 of the best shots on this hole right here on our lead card. There's a reason they got here.
Yes, Lisa. Great putt. Yeah, we didn't really see Lisa drop as many kind of longer circle 2 putts that we're used to see her dropping. So cool to see her get one right off the bat for a birdie. And this one, nice, Hailey, is an absolute bonus birdie.
It's so crazy to see 2 on 1 card.
Yeah, no one's thinking like, oh, hole 3, sure.
Got it.
that. And look, Ellie also, she's actually inside the circle, looks like. Pretty undercommitted, and she's going to be in the hazard now looking at a bogey.
There were 5 birdies today on hole 3. We got to watch Hailey and Lisa. Holly Finley got it on our card today from circle 2, deep in circle 2. Chantel Badinsky and Emma Arp also getting it from circle 2 and 1 respectively.
Here's Stacy Ronsley again having a great round. This is the shortest hole in the course at 246. She's going backhand, gets a nice skip off the cart path. She'll still have a bit of a putt here, maybe 25 feet.
Watch Own approach this as well. Kind of surprised she's not going forehand, but this backhand looks great.
Looks like a rock 3 from Own. Absolutely parking it.
Wow.
It is so parked. Stacy a little bit closer than I thought, closer to 20 here.
A little bit of wind, unless the card mates are just messing with her.
There's you see all 3 of them just like
just moving up. Yeah.
Yesterday I went OB over there yesterday.
Yeah, that's probably why she didn't go forehand, because she went OB
Yeah.
with the forehand.
She did go a little deep.
Hailey back under par with that birdie. Holyn leading the way by 4. Hole 4 is a par 3, 345 feet. We saw Stacy Ronsley park it. Ella Hansen did ace it, pretty sick. There is an OB line on the left pond, obviously. Short, you want to throw it out to the right and then swing in before that hazard bunker and that OB golf green and stay out of that bush. We've seen a surprising amount of people putt over the bush and get it in, but it is exceedingly difficult, not what you want.
It's so strange coming to this hole and having no wind. Lisa really riding that inside line, kind of flirting with those low-hanging tree branches.
Looks like she caught the branches and dropped in the water. You got to swing it out a bit wider than that. Hailey with a slower speed disc here, hangs it out nicely and goes deep, circle's edge deep. Nice shot. Holyn with a Z Raptor looks perfect. Oh, not quite. Not quite perfect.
Yeah, she's going to have to deal with that bush, whatever it is. I wish I knew what kind of plant that was. The frilly bush. Ellie coming in a little bit on the short side, but getting a skip. Unfortunately, she's going to have to putt over the top of that.
There is one kind of gap right in the middle, so maybe she'll be lined up, but it's a tough one. We saw Holly Finley get it yesterday, but she's a little taller than most of the competitors in the field.
Lisa from the short side, not able to do anything but recover her bogey.
See if Ellie has any kind of a look here. She's kind of right in the center. There's a little bit of a dip right there.
Yes!
Yeah!
The full focus mode.
Looks so casual.
Hailey coming back downhill just a little bit from just inside the circle. Solid.
Yeah, looking really strong. Not a par yet.
35% of the field birdieing this with 16 birdies on the day.
Holyn in this bush. Look at her. Like a Pokemon. Ah. Two birdies, two pars on the hole. Oh, bogey. Lisa dropping short. Dropping back to 1 under on the round.
Holyn still holding on to the lead.
Stacey Ronsley now in solo second.
Yep, moving up the leaderboard. 4 down through 5. Wow.
So good.
Hole 5. We just watched Stacey and Owen play this hole. I like a forehand that you kind of have to push that OB water on the left, but you see a lot of backhand putters or mids here that are just straight finishing. A lot of people coming in low and having to make a little bit of a tester putt from the short side of the green. The only OB you're worried about are the 2 ponds. Everything else, it's just about trying to get close and minimize the putt. This is the easiest hole again today for 3 days in a row.
If you watched yesterday, I said I would retire if I didn't get this one, so this will be my last tournament.
She almost walked off the course today.
I would like a double down. Like, what if I get it tomorrow? Can I stay?
Yeah, the cut grace.
Hailey doing a little forehand chip shot. She's going to be inside the circle. Bit of a putt left.
Ellie with a nice casual looking little backhand hyzer shot right outside the bullseye.
Very smooth.
Yeah, 63% of the field getting this one. 29 birdies out of 46 competitors.
So many. Just so many. It's so easy. Holyn hanging it out to the right, trying to get a little bit of fade. And that looks great.
Lisa hung up just a little early. She'll be putting towards that water, but we know she's good for it.
Do we? Is that a spoiler?
I just am confident Lisa's putting.
Okay. It is a tester, though. But yeah, she's pretty good. Nice birdie.
Hailey still par free on the round.
Yeah. Nice turkey there.
Holyn not going to let 2 birdies in a row get away from her. Nice little short look for 2.
And we... Oh, I don't want to jinx it. I'm going to wait.
We're all thinking it.
We have ourselves a star frame.
Yeah, we do. $25 to Edge.
I don't
Everyone
think
do
we
your
had
Edge
one.
dance.
Is that a... I would like to see yours.
Dee, dee. We all do it.
Uh-huh.
Don't we? Together. Ella Hansen still with the hot round. 7 down through 8. Hard to argue with that.
Hole 6 is a par 5, 712 feet. The hole that Holyn has albatross before. We've seen plenty of eagles all weekend as well. OB line a little tighter on the left than a few years ago. There's an OB line on the right side of the cart path as well. If you get far enough off the tee, you might try to go across and get the eagle. A lot of women choosing to lay up short and or left of the pond and then go across trying to get the birdie. You can see how close the pin is to the water though, and those 2 guardian trees make it so you can't really swing too wide. You have to throw dead straight and try to control it so you don't land too far past the pin and have a death putt.
Hailey with just a perfect hyzer, calling for it to get left. She has so much power. She even is pushing the OB line deep way down there.
Yeah, she'll have the chance to attack if she wants for an eagle.
Ellie definitely going full power here. She's already walking away and she knows it's good. And it sure is.
Cool move. You can see how Holyn and several of the other players are kind of lining up from the left back corner to the front right corner. It's because the tee pad is facing straight into out of bounds, so you really have to take that into account as you're throwing.
Also, I feel like Holyn's body language was right back to that, like, we're sending it.
Always.
She hasn't gotten this eagle yet this week, and after her Holyn albatross, I feel like she is hungry for the eagle.
Albatross.
Albatross.
Yeah, she went for it in round 1, ended up with the bogey, decided to chill yesterday and just lay up for the birdie. I'm curious to see what she does today.
Lisa doing what a lot of FPO competitors do, just kind of pitch it up to the middle. Don't try to get too crazy. Just set yourself up for this second little layup shot.
And that's perfect placement there. Pretty close to the cart path. Maybe 200 feet across from there.
Is Ellie lining it up?
Looks like it.
It's a big run up. Yes, she is.
That looks great. There's a lot of room on the left. That's the better side to make a error if you are going to, and that's great. Ooh, Holyn? Can't tell. I can never tell. It always looks like she's sending it. Yep.
Oop, flirting with the right side tree potentially. That's a dangerous one, but coming in, yeah.
Oh my. That's going to be an easy eagle, I think, too. Oh, yes. I'm glad to see this again.
Oh, man. Did that land on the wall?
It did. It landed on the top of the wall, which is in bounds, and then barely scooted forward. Look at this. Boop.
Oh, my God. She is, what, 15 feet away now?
Yeah, maybe closer with the meter in. Hailey got to be lining it up after that.
Of course.
Probably lining up regardless. She's working the right side a little. Oh, it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
Flexed pretty good.
A lot safer of a run.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa's third, finally going across the water here.
Sometimes it's hard when you play with big arms to commit to this layup play because you're like, oh, I could throw far. Watch me go, you know.
And this is a pretty common landing spot for the third shot go across. A lot of players landing right on the edge of circle 1. It's hard to commit to a putter or a mid, even though we all know we can reach it. Ellie with a really wide straddle, having to work underneath a tree branch. Lisa for birdie, coming back towards the OB pond. Good for it. Just continuing that streak of 100% circle 1.
Oh man,
Hailey.
left side doesn't catch for Hailey. Gonna
So close to an eagle.
still be a birdie, still no pars.
Holyn finally getting the eagle on her albatross hole. She's one of only 2 eagles today. We saw Ella Hansen already got that. 21 birdies as well on hole 6, almost half the field birdieing this one, the second easiest hole of the day, averaging at almost a third of a stroke under par.
Oh, I feel like we came up with a name for a star frame with an eagle, or maybe it's 2 eagles. It's like a galaxy frame or like something space related.
Cosmic.
Yeah. It's still just $25, but it's way more fun to say. Jumping ahead to Paige Pierce, looks like she's 4 down on the round in a tie for 7th. We saw her go huge on this one, I believe in round 1, getting almost to the pond. And that, yeah, wow, so far.
Right back at it.
She can just do a little standstill putter fierce shot to just outside the bullseye here, making this hole look easy.
Talk about a no-nonsense birdie.
Here's some nonsense, though.
Yeah, harder to get the disc out of the basket than to put it in.
Holyn extending the lead with that eagle. She's got 6 strokes now, with
card-
more than a round and a half to play.
Yeah. Everyone's birdieing so much on this card.
Pretty fun.
Hole 7, another par 4. 575 feet with a very blind tee shot. This one makes me a little nervous. You got to land ideally towards that big bushier tree on the right-hand side. This middle gap that the drone is flying is not the gap if you're trying to get a birdie on this hole. Ideally, push it far and straight. You can go to the bailout play left if you have a big forehand, but most players want to set themselves up for a big hyzer backhand on their second shot. This hole is weirdly long for being 575 feet. It plays longer than that for whatever reason. I can't tell you why. Physics, who knows? It's a mystery, but it is a very hard hole to birdie. I think we only had 3 birdies on it yesterday.
Yeah, about the same on day one as well. This is a huge shot. That tree that we're seeing in frame here is kind of the landing zone for a really good shot for most of the FPO, and Holyn's 40 or 50 feet past it.
Hailey. One thing for sure I'm thinking about is just being scared because you can't see the OB or going blind. Hailey really trusting her distance to get over all of that.
She went star wraith there, also a great spot. Maybe just a touch short of Holyn, but I like that she's a little more right. Opens up the next shot. Gosh, these are also good.
These are so good. Really, really trusting the flight of the disc on this big blind hill.
ESP nuke for Ellie there. Lisa with a halo turn. A little bit too much hyzer here.
Yeah, definitely not biting off as much as our other lead card competitors. From there, it is really hard to even get inside circle 2.
And she pulls this and is going to hit that tree and
she
have
was
a
sending it.
lot of work. She was. Yeah, going to have a lot of work left for a par. I was going to say, yesterday, I think there weren't very many people that even landed in circle 2. This one's playing pretty hard.
Yeah, 14 out of 46 competitors got to circle 2 today. That's more than yesterday. Only 4 people got to circle 1 in regulation.
Looks like Ellie's going to land just outside the circle. Look how far Hailey is. This is how the hole is supposed to be played.
It's still kind of a challenging second shot. You can see Hailey almost has to kind of throw backwards and around this tree or take that little center gap, which I kind of like if you have a flex forehand. Holyn using that tool right now. She's a little more middle cut than Hailey was.
Looks like Holyn's going to catch a couple branches and drop outside the circle.
God, I feel so much better that I can't reach it. Watching
Yeah.
Hailey and Holyn not.
I do feel validated.
Lisa's third.
Oh, no.
So close to being a really nice touch shot.
Yeah, that was bad touch for sure. Ellie sending it, coming up short left, going to have to settle for a par.
Holyn from just outside the circle. Lisa with some work left to do to save par here. Not quite able to capitalize. Even though there are not a lot of birdies on this hole, there are also not a lot of bogeys. It hurts to get a bogey on this one.
Hurts to get a bogey on pretty much any of the holes out here.
True that.
Hailey-
Hailey going to take her first par
Had to happen sometime.
after a red-headed woodpecker.
Oh, she does.
What better time?
I feel like I'm surprised not to see woodpeckers all over her outfit there. Very floral.
Yeah. There were 4 birdies on this hole today. We won't get to watch any on our lead card. We saw Paige Pierce. Kat Murch also got it for the second time. Nina Guerrero got it. And Stacey Ronsley again got the birdie.
I think 4 is the most we've seen any of the days. We'll see if we see a few more tomorrow as the FPO field figures this new tee pad out.
And Holyn officially on that 20 under par.
Unreal.
Crazy.
I heard people saying 40 under is going to win the tournament. And look at Holyn's right on track. Hole 8 is an uphill par 3, 292 feet, plays like 340, I think, because you have to throw uphill and try to get something to turn and hold, but not land in these 3 OB hazard sand traps. Not quite as bad as hole 3 with the hazards, but you can definitely find them if you overturn something. That's a common mistake. Also, just kind of having the disc air out to the left and not hold that turn is pretty common. We've seen a few forehands, which is very fun.
Holyn, one of the few people to do this really low laser beam backhand.
So much power necessary for that shot.
And you have to push the ceiling so tightly. Holyn really doing it like no one else can. Hailey with a forehand, yay.
Holyn, ESP, Vulture, Hailey. This is swinging in nicely, just needs some skips.
She'll
Solid.
be on the deep side, just outside the circle.
So much power on that forehand from Hailey.
Ellie looking for this disc to keep turning. It doesn't quite, but she'll be right outside the circle as well. Crazy that they're going deep of this green.
It's a different game.
It is.
And here's kind of what I was talking about earlier, where you just don't quite get the disc to keep turning. Lisa going to be right around circle 2's edge with kind of a risky putt. There's those bunkers back there.
Lisa just going to lay it up. That's a smart play. This is not a hole where you need to take a big risk. Only 8 birdies out of 46 competitors.
Yep, definitely a bonus. Hailey hitting cage, not able to make good. 2 pars in a row. What a chump. No one look at my score for the day.
Ellie coming up just a little short as well and getting a really mean roll.
That's so brutal. This is going to be just almost the exact same distance.
Oh,
Hate to see it. So hard to compose yourself in these moments.
oh man.
Yeah. Woof. Good putt. And to me now, this is what Sunset Hills is actually about, is you get a bad break, things don't go your way, and now you have to buckle up, get your birdies, don't implode, and it can be hard. There's so much pressure.
And it's wild how you can kind of double bogey almost any hole with just one single roll away. Get you in some weird situations.
Holyn with a fantastic birdie there, taking a line, as Madison said, that really no one else is taking. A low, linear, kind of baby flex shot. It's gorgeous.
One more check-in before we go. Owen Scoggins on hole 9, where our lead card is about to play with the forehand. Love this play. Wow, she is flirting with that tree on the left side. Getting way down there. It'll be a pretty no-nonsense approach from here. Oh, leaving it a little wide, a little deep, and now she definitely has some nonsense to deal with. Wow.
Yep.
What a putt.
Good way to finish the front 9 for Owen. Looks like she's 4 down. See how big Holyn's lead is now. Wow, 8 strokes.
Whoa.
Nuts. Look at this huge tie for second, too, at 13 down.
Let's wrap up the front 9 with this par 4. A couple different routes you can go. Right side of this big tree right here on a hyzer. Gets you way far down like we saw Paige Pierce. You go left side like Owen did with her forehand. You can end up in these trees if you want to bring a lot of low-hanging branches into play, but ideally you're going to be separated out from those center trees. There are a lot of little lines you can work across this final pond, though. It's so close to this elevated basket, it's very difficult to land your disc just over the edge and not go too far past and leave yourself with a death putt for birdie. Holyn working her way up the left side like Owen, but with a backhand instead. This is a risky shot, but she has enough power and keeps it nice and low.
Super controlled. The only thing going through my head is a lot of little lines, because he said that. Hailey working the hyzer. We saw Paige Pierce take this line. Hailey with a bit more fade on it and skips to the opposite side of the fairway, which is very open over there. That's a great shot. I believe that was a star wraith from Hailey. Lisa also working the hyzer and gonna get the skip. This is the better side if you're kind of pinned up on those trees. The gap is bigger for the forehand across from the left than the backhand if you're on the right side of the trees.
Ellie pushing a little bit more straight. Too low, not going to get the final skip that you want to get way down there. She's going to have to make a decision here. Go super aggressive forehand under the trees or go a huge backhand.
It looks like she's lining it up.
Oh, just a layup.
Forehand layup. Interesting, but it works.
Interesting.
Yeah. Holyn pretty wide open here. Going to swing this forehand out to the left, try to fade in, and not going to have too much nonsense.
Just a little bit of work left to do, but Holyn has been really solid on the green.
Lisa with the forehand fading a little early. Pretty big mistake here, especially with a fairly wide open look at it and just coming off another bogey 2 holes ago. That hurts. She's going to have to take it from the short side.
Hailey's so far down here.
Yeah, low-key run.
Yeah, soft fitting.
Oh, that looked great.
Ellie for birdie, bouncing back from a double bogey. A nice little soft run and a tap in par.
Lisa throwing 4 from the short side. Probably, like 80 feet? Oh. Wow.
Oh, man. Lisa does not play disc golf like anybody else. It's
Let's
so
see it
fun to
again.
watch.
This looks like, that's crazy. It doesn't look like a putt. It looks like a throw. But she just throws it perfectly.
And it's dead center. It looks so easy.
Mm-hmm. It did. She made it look really easy. As she skips it in. What a save.
Managing to end the front 9 out, 2 under par.
Holyn misses her birdie putt.
But still a squeaky clean front 9.
Yeah, bogey-free 6 down. Again, the best round we've seen is 8. So
overall.
Yeah, on the whole day. So pretty impressive. I wish we would have stayed and just seen how much longer that took. So looking like 3 pars, very different pars, and Hailey with the birdie. Just the 1 blemish on hole 2, otherwise having a good round. And she's got some ups, folks. She's been going to a strength coach. She's got the ups.
She's showing off.
Uh-huh. Holyn leading the way by 7 strokes. Ella Hansen having the hot round, currently 8 down through 12. Owen Scoggins and Hailey King finding themselves at 14 down in that tie for second. Also,
a lot of people under par in the top 10. The cut line is I think the story of the day today. It's moving day, and cut line is right around 23rd-ish position, along with ties. We got
look who's close.
Yeah, we got a couple geese near the cut line. That's the story we're paying attention
That's
to here.
all we care
That's why
about.
you're here, right?
Yep.
You can see all the ladies that are already in the clubhouse, a few under par as we move on down. But we still have 9 holes on cut day, and really anything could happen. The back 9 gets wild. That's where we see most of our double and triple bogeys, if they do happen, at Sunset Hills. So come hang with us on moving day, on cut day. Thanks again to the Founders Club. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're your 2 Gabby Geese.
Yeah. Honk, 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 honk.